Wow, today was one of those days where this GIF here summarized it extremely well. So that was pretty much me the whole day today, and it wasn't fun. So first, I woke up at around 5 a.m. I wasn't able to sleep because crypto dropped so much for the past 2 days. It was down about almost 40% in 2 days, and so it was incredibly insane. But that's another story. The market also dropped, not as much, but it was quite a substantial drop today. As you can see, we ended up the day pretty much break even. It wasn't that much of a down after all, but it was quite spectacular. So if you look at the SPY charts for today, SPY actually went positive towards the end of the session, but tech went down hard. So I forgot what the symbol is for NQ1. Oh, there it is. So tech, I don't know. I don't think that's the chart. But if you look at the Nasdaq chart, it went down as much as 2.7%. Sorry, 3.7%. So almost 4% down in one single session. It was nuts. Like pretty much all of these stocks were getting destroyed. At some point, all of these stocks were super red, and my portfolio sort of got destroyed today. It was tough. It's a very tough day, and for our options, that couple of options that we opened, they all went below the strike price at some point. So all of these went below strike point. So I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cash secure puts open, and all of them were below the strike. So I was in danger of having to force to buy 500 shares of these stocks at a certain low price. So it wasn't good, and I was looking at the options price at some point today, and they were all down about $500 each. So all in all, it was down like $2,500 in these positions. It was nuts. So I was debating on whether to roll them out or just to get a sign so I can wheel them. Of course, the wheeling was the original plan. In the end, I ended up doing nothing. So I waited out for the market to bounce back, and it indeed did after Jerome Powell testified in front of the Congress, and the price went back up dramatically. So it was sort of like a V-shaped recovery in one day. So if you look at Apple charts, so Apple actually ended up break even for the day. It was nuts. So it was trading as low as 119 at some point. Pretty much Fastly as well, AMD, Palantir, Rocket. So these are all of our cash secure puts, and they all went green in the end. So it was kind of nuts, and was a wild day. And it's one of the days, those days where it will test your patience on the market. So make sure you have a strong mindset. Some of you probably sold your positions for a loss. I don't blame you. For me, I'm a long-term investor in some of these stocks. So if you remember from our plan, is that we buy shares of stocks for long term. So what I did today was that I actually bought the dip right before it turned around. So that was partially lucky on my end. I was just like, you know what, these prices are super attractive to me, and I want to buy them. Yep. So towards the bottom, like let's take Apple for example. So at around 119-ish today. So yeah, if you look at the chart, the daily chart of Apple, it's pretty ugly. It's sort of broke down to the channel. So I always have in mind like this might be a good support, but if that breaks down, like there's really no bottom. There are some supports from previous, but like it could go really low. So what I did was, if we look at the 15-minute chart today. So what happened? This is like pretty much every stock in the market, every tech stock. Market opens, it gapped way down here to 120, and then it went back up a little bit, but then it went gap down again to 118.4. So Apple was trading at 118.4 at some point today from 125 at the open. So that's like a $7-8 drop on Apple. So, I have 100 shares of Apple. I'm like, wow, that's like $800 drop right there for me straight out to the open. So I look at Apple, I'm like, hey, you know what? This looks kind of attractive to me, and I know so I have this fund here for me to spend, and I always use that, to buy stocks. So for me, like, I'm like, you know what? I have some money to spend. I want to buy stocks, at this crazy dip. And I sort of just went for it. So I actually got in Apple at 119, somewhere down here. So I bought 6 shares of Apple at 119. So this reduced my overall, actually increased my number of Apple positions, but it reduced my, it increased my average cost. But that's okay. So in total, I have $2,154 invested in Apple right now for 18 shares. So far it's $110 in profit. Not much, but I think this dip buying is kind of a good idea. So I'm just gonna go with it. So the next stock I also bought was Fastly. So again, I bought 5 shares of Fastly today at the low. So it was, oh boy, it was like around $70. I sort of just bought 5 shares right there, and I'm pretty happy with my decision. So far, so total, I had 27 shares of Fastly at the average price of 82.61. Ideally, I like to drop this to the average price of 70s. So if it dips further, I'm just gonna buy more. So $2,230 total I'm spending on Fastly, and so far it has a negative return. But I like Fastly, I like the stock, and hopefully it'll bounce back up. I didn't buy any Cloudflare, but I plan to if it stays this low. I did bought 35 shares of Palantir. So Palantir is always a company that I think it's a good investment long term due to their government contract and just their technology in general. So at the low point today, it was like $24, $25, 24-ish. But I bought it like $25.39 average price. I bought 35 shares with the total cost of $888. So this right now, because Palantir bounced back up so quick, I have $47 in profit right now. So I bought the dip today. I didn't open any new cash secured puts. I'm just gonna let these ride out. So most of them expire this in like 2 days, in 3 more days, and I plan to either wheel them. Either I get assigned, I don't mind. I don't plan on rolling them out till next week. I'm just gonna get assigned and start selling a covered call on these, because I think a bounce is probably coming. This dip was just insane. The only thing I'm worried about is QuantumScape, and this thing is just so volatile. It just goes up like 20% in one day and then drops 14% in a day. So right now it's like trading at 57. My strike price is at 53.5, so I hope I ended up above the strike price. So I really don't like to keep 100 shares of QuantumScape at 50s, so hopefully I get that and pocket the premium. Fastly, again, $76 strike price. It's currently trading at 77, so I'm really close to my strike price. I hope I make it out alive, but if not, I can get assigned and I'll just sell a covered call on it. I've been doing it so many times for Fastly, so I'm pretty comfortable doing it. And yeah, that is our positions. It's a rough day. It's really rough day. So days like that, you should really try to get your mind clear. I try not to look at my portfolio. And I got lucky timing the dip today, and it sort of went back up. So I hope this is the end of this sell-off, and hopefully we'll go back up over time, and all of these long-term positions and cash secured puts will hopefully net me more profits in the future. And that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Join the Discord, comment there, talk to me. I'm happy to talk to you anytime about my trades. This trade is open, this spreadsheet, the link is in the description. You can also talk to me about this TradeIV app. I made the app, so let me know if you would like to request any new features or anything. Feedback, always welcome. So I hope you enjoy this video and make sure to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next time.